Because you know why? I know in the crevices of your heart, deep, deep down somewhere, you miss me. Therefore, I wanted to make sure I gave you a little something when I walked away and went away to an undisclosed tropical location. Having said all of that, I just want to let you.
My boy Ourselves. I feel like I ain't seen your name in a minute. I think that's Ourselves. What you been up to, man? Yo, I'm here reacting to Stephen A, man. How you feeling?
That on this particular show, shows like this, you're gonna see tweets, you're gonna see videos, you're gonna hear phone calls. Why? Because the people like to communicate with me, and I like to be a man of the people. That's what I
Yeah,
pride
it's
myself
me.
being.
I gotta say that. I ain't see your name in mad long, bro.
I
Like,
ain't
your
trying
shit
to
is
ruffle
not
El
Ourselves. I just seen the
Presidente.
sales part. I'm like,
I
oh yeah,
don't
that
want
gotta be
that
him.
responsibility, okay? I don't know what I'd do if I was the president of the United States. I ain't trying to kiss babies and shake everybody's hand all the damn time, all right? But on this show, I get to communicate with you in different ways. Tweets, phone calls,
Nigga, get to the point.
videos. Either way you slice it, you're still getting a little bit of Stephen A. You know how happy I am to give myself to you.
Hey, yo.
So let's get to some of these tweets to start off the show, okay? Let's go to them right now. At Cantaloupe _FF writes, Stephen A. Smith, who is the best fictional president of all time? Wow. This is a good one right here. I loved my brother here. He was in 24. That was a spectacular season of 24 on Fox. I got to give love. Where's due? This is Independence Day right here, okay? He was good, okay? Black woman, female president. Every time I see something like that, I think about Michelle Obama, the greatest first lady in the history of this nation. But I got to tell you something right now. As I see Dave and I see a couple of other folks, it comes down to West Wing, okay? And this one right here, this man, was playing Bill Clinton, the one and only John Travolta. I forgot the name of the movie.
Why they ain't those son from Scandal on there? The president, Olivia Pope was fucking. I'd have picked that nigga, honestly.
Apologize. It'll come to me in a second. But I'm telling you right now, I mean, when he sat up there and said, you know, the primary colors. He was like, I'm just them line. I can't stand that. Trying to sound like Bill Clinton. And he did a pretty damn good job of it, too. Plus, he was a philanderer. We know this and all that other stuff. I would say this to you. This was great because he did a phenomenal job. You know, it was a fable. You know, it wasn't real and stuff like that. He ain't supposed to, you know, you gonna think Bill Clinton and stuff like that, but they didn't admit he was trying to play Bill Clinton, but clearly he was. But this man right here, Mr. Sheen himself.
Yo, we definitely need to run it, Brody.
West Wing.
I be on mad different shit, bro. I don't really play the same game
Right
nonstop. Yo, hit me up if you want to run it. Yeah, I got you,
This
King
would be the choice right here.
I definitely got you.
Fictional president. Next up, let me show you. Let me see the next tweet, please. Give it to me, please. Give it to me. At Crypt _Ghost with a 0 instead of an O. Stephen A. Smith, I need you to end this discussion once and for all. Who's the next face of the league? Ant, Luka, Tatum, Wemby, or who? We want to know what you think, OG. Let me see.
Luka is off rip the face of the fucking planet, nigga. Let these niggas know right now.
Wembanyama is the real deal. He's special. He's got an incredibly
he got to glaze a little bit
future.
before he say Luka.
You know why I wouldn't say face of the league?
That.
Because face of the league means you being box office off the court. That's not to imply that he won't be, because he's from France. He's an international figure, not American born or what have you. So he's gonna have that audience, and I get that. But he's 7'5". He's 7'5", and most people know we ain't got no chance in hell at ever being 7'5" in any capacity. Okay, we get all of that. This man right here, Ant-Man. Now I saw what Luka did to them in the conference finals, and I get that. But when you see Ant-Man on both the offensive and defensive side of the ball, when you see the fervor and the fire that he brings to the table, ladies and gentlemen, when you look at Ant-Man, it's impossible not to think about Kobe Bryant. It's impossible not to think of Michael Jordan. I know Luka's a bad brother. He's spectacular. He gonna put up 30 on you.
Yes.
I know Tatum is the reigning champion, okay?
Period.
I know Wembanyama is 7'5". He's the number 1 overall pick, the reigning rookie of the year.
That's basically
He's a
it.
spectacular
Like, what the
talent,
hell?
only going to get better.
Luka's
But
gonna drop 50.
Ant-Man, when you talk about box office, wanting to walk through the turnstile to see this brother play, not to say that all the others you don't want to see them play either, but Ant-Man got something a little extra. I would say Ant-Man is the answer to this question. Next tweet, please. Let me see what you got here, all right? At Unsports ESPN, Stephen A. Smith, what is the proper amount of cash to keep in your wallet? $200.
$200 is definitely reasonable. I'd have said 150. I feel like 150, even 100, bro. It depends, bro. Where you going? Like, where you really going that you gonna need $100? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're talking about an everyday type of vibe. Nah, we're talking everyday. I might even lower that. You can go with 50, bro. Like, what is you eating in one day, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you fuck around, might eat breakfast in the crib, might eat a bowl of cereal, you know? Let's just be like for the average person. Might eat some fucking pancakes your mom's made or some shit. You go outside, you buy some fucking McDonald's or some shit, some Popeyes and shit like that. That's like what, $10, $20 the most. You might get yourself like a little snack or some shit, drink or two during the day. But what you need $200 for? For a day?
Spike Rush.
For a day? It's crazy.
Now, 500 can be a bit excessive, particularly if you got a bunch of 20s. 1,000 and all of that stuff can be excessive, but $50, $20, that's too little. And here's what I want you, and I'm very serious about this. I don't wish this upon anybody, but I want you to understand what I'm trying to say. I'm from the streets. I'm from Hollis, Queens, and Queens, New York, and I'm telling you this: if somebody wanted to rob you, and they stick you up, and you got $10 on you or something like that, they want to do you harm because they're annoyed they took the risk and you ain't got anything to show for it. But if you got about $200 in your pocket, at least they could get a meal, or a couple of meals, or a few meals. They could fill a gas tank. They could do a lot of different things with $200. It don't have to be $500. It doesn't have to be $1,000. Everybody can't afford to walk around with that. But you could dig up $200.
He's basically saying you need enough money to pay the robber so that he feels good enough to not kill you at the end of the night. Because if you don't got enough money, he might just up it on you. He might just crash out because you the third nigga today that Jack they ain't got no fucking money. And he got it. You know what I mean? Somebody got to buy them cigarettes. Somebody got to buy that 40 ounce. He coming for you.
Perfect amount to carry on you at all times is about $200. If you got to call an Uber because your car breaks down, you can get Uber with $200. You understand?
Where are you going with $200?
You want to stop at a fast food restaurant and beyond, you got $200. You can do that. You ain't alone. You got a couple of people you can afford to treat them too. All right? You can afford to stop at a restaurant or whatever, and not an expensive one. But
why am I going outside looking to treat people?
Stop at a restaurant, you can get a meal for $200. $200 is the perfect
He's
number.
selfish out here, man.
Am I
He ain't
right,
treating
Rob?
nobody.
I think so. Next tweet. Let's go. At, what is it?
shit.
HRY
It's a fucking flaw.
Chillick.
Oh, yeah, we got him lacking.
HRY.
Shit, it's a fly chat. It's a fucking fly. He's over here. I'm trying to catch him lacking. Hold on. I'm pretty sure I caught him. Ain't no way he's alive after that one.
PHLIK. Stephen A. Smith, how much money would it take to get you and Shannon in a boxing ring?
Him and Shannon? If I'm Stephen A., how much do they got to get me to fight Shannon? I ain't gonna front, not that much. I don't think he gonna kill me. Shannon's a kind-hearted guy, man. I don't think he gonna really walk up in there like, oh yeah, I'm about to take Stephen A.'s neck off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, they could give me a little million. Know what I mean? Like a little mil. I take the mil.
Nothing. Never. You expect me to get in a boxing ring with the Black Hulk?
The
Are you
Black Hulk
insane?
is crazy.
Why don't you just ask me to sign my own damn death warrant? Do you know, true story, I was talking to Shannon one time, and I was just sitting there rapping. I'm like, yo, brother, you know what I'm saying? And again, I laughed with him because I love him to death, man. I got to know him. I love my brother right there. But I loved it when Saturday Night Live spoofed him and Cat Williams. You know what I'm saying? Oh, come on now. You're saying it was imitating him. It's the truth, Shannon. Remember when he was doing all that Saturday Live? It was hilarious. So he and I were talking, and I'm talking like I talk, right? And I accidentally poked him with my fingers out like this in his chest. Almost broke my damn fingers. He's the man of steel. That brother, the Black
The Man
Hole.
of Steel is
I ain't
crazy.
getting in no damn boxing ring. I ain't getting in no octagon. Hell, I don't. The only place I want to be up against him is on First Take, and we talking. I ain't trying to mess with that brother. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, hell, even when he had beef with Mike Epps and stuff like that, Mike Epps like, ain't gonna be no fighting now. You see people talk about him. No, nobody talk about fighting that man. That's the Black Hulk. You better ask somebody. Shannon, the real one now. Make no sense. He said up there, Michelle Obama said, when they go high, when they go low, you go high. He said, no, when they go low, I go to the basement. That's what Shannon said. That's what Shannon, and he means it. He means it. That's the Man of Steel right there. That's the Black Hole. Ain't nothing get me in the ring with that brother. I know I look good, and I'm in really good shape right now, and I'm feeling really good about myself. But I'm anorexic compared to his ass. I ain't messing with that brother. Oh, no. Brother know his lane. Brother know his lane. Love you, Shay Shay. Let's go to the last tweet right here, please. Let's go to it right here. At Potato Gobbler. Right, Stephen A. Smith.
Potato
Top
Gobbler?
5 ways to enjoy a potato. I only know 2. Mashed and baked. That's it. You can add butter on it.
You said
Okay,
mashed and
that's a
baked.
3rd. All right, sweet potato. If you want to say that's a
What about the
4th,
chip
okay,
form?
fine, because I like my sweet potatoes. It's the only things I know. I ain't trying to get creative with no damn potatoes. Okay? French fried. That's 5. That was my producer just got in my ear. I ain't gonna steal credit. He would steal credit.
Yeah,
but I'm
French
not a
fries,
thief.
like-
It was him that told me that. That's not me. Potatoes, sweet potatoes, mashed potatoes, baked
Chips?
potatoes, baked potato with the butter. That's the 5. I hope that answers your question.
Design, develop, scale, repeat.
Damn.
Wix Studio, the platform for
Yeah, well, I just got
agencies
a
and
notification saying we're in a state
enterprises.
of
Design,
emergency.
develop.
State of emergency because of this fucking hurricane. It's not even that bad outside, man. Alright, but that was Stephen A's. Twitter questions. If y'all got anything y'all want me to react to, man, let me know. Let me know. Hold up, we might just keep doing Twitter questions. Let me see.
Welcome back to the Stephen A. Smith Show right here over the digital airways of YouTube and, of course, iHeartRadio. I did the tweets. I took your calls. But before I get on out of here, this special edition of the Stephen A. Smith Show, because I'm somewhere at a tropical location. Okay, that's where I am. I'm in front of you right now, but I'm really, really there. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I gave you a little bit of me before I left. And the last thing I'm going to do is take your videos, because I want to see who I'm talking to and who's got the audacity to come at me. So let's take a look.
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Stephen A. Smith? This is Andre the Beast Creighton coming to you from Indianapolis, Indiana, the IMB studio. First, allow me to say that I think you're one of the greatest at what you do by giving, should we say, your perspective on the sports and basically what's going on in the world. My question to you is this. What makes you different? What sets you apart from all the others that are in your field? And what is lacking with the individuals in your profession that have the power, that have the media behind them, and definitely are influencers, but aren't willing to take the stand the way that are not willing to take the stands that you have taken in the last couple of years? Once again, my name is Andre the Beast Creighton. Thank you.
Andre the Beast Creighton, I really, really appreciate that question. Thank you so much in addressing me with the seriousness that it deserves, because first things first, I'm not going to tell you what sets me apart because that would be me critiquing others in my profession, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave that to people like yourself and others to do that. I know I work hard. I know I work diligently. I know that I'm mission-minded, that there's a higher purpose to anything that I'm saying that comes out of my mouth. I'm not just doing a job. I live this. So that's number one. Number two, again, it's not just a job. And I think what is important to understand is that everybody's got their own flavor. It's not for me to say that I'm the best. When I say things like that, what I mean is I'm number one, meaning ratings and revenue says I'm number one. That's all I mean by that. But best is subjective. So I leave that to other people to decide. But I will tell you that having a reporter's background, caring about facts, caring about being fair-minded, I think goes a long way. And then I think the thing that helps me do my job on a high level is that not only do I care about being fair, I think it's important to highlight and illuminate for people out there what obstacles you may encounter. See, we got people today doing podcasts and shows, and they want to talk about doing what you want to do and freedom and being independent and doing what the hell you want to do, when you want to do, how you want to do it, but they got their hand out for somebody else's money. And they're trying to give you the impression that they don't have to capitulate to anything or anybody, that they don't have to answer to anything or anyone ever. That's simply not true. We got people all over YouTube, for example, acting like they're totally independent, that they're sole proprietors or whatever. Well, how you getting your money from YouTube? Who runs YouTube? It ain't them. Somewhere along the way, you could sit up there and you could cuss, you could use language, you could do anything, and all of a sudden YouTube will flag you. And the content that you put out there or you planned on putting out there doesn't get out there to the masses because they censored you. Everybody wants to walk around acting like there's complete autonomy and that there are people out there who answer to no one. Who are these people? You got one boss that answers to another boss that answers to another boss that answers to another boss that answers to shareholders and stockholders and voters and constituents and all of this other stuff. Nobody is devoid of being answerable to someone else. I understand that. So a lot of times when I'm highlighting stuff, I'm saying, okay, this is your decision, but understand what comes with it. Understands the obstacles that lie in wait, the minefields and the pitfalls that lie in wait. Know what you're facing, what you're embracing. I think that helps me. Whether that sets me apart from everybody else or whatever, that's y'all decision to make. But I appreciate the love, and I thank you for it. Let's get to the next video, please.
Yo, what's up, Stephen A? This Mike from Atlanta, Georgia. Just still stuck on that Trump assassination attempt. Hey, with all those cameras out there, man, nobody has a reverse angle of that shot. That's all we get is this. Oh, that lady in the white shirt back there had her camera out. What you think, Stephen A? Shouldn't we be able to find the reverse angle shot of that bullet hitting his ear?
What would be the point of that, though?
I think in today's day and age, with the advent of technology and whatever, I don't think that's an unreasonable request on your part. The reverse angle that you're talking about here, maybe, maybe not, but you have Secret Service folks that says he was shot. He clearly says he was shot. We saw the blood trickling down his face. We heard shots fired. And
somebody
individual
died.
was clearly killed.
There was this,
by
like
the Secret Service and by snipers and SWAT folks that were out
two
there.
people died.
I
actually,
mean, that's evidence. You got elected officials on Capitol Hill swearing by it. You have the director of the Secret Service who was forced to resign. There's a lot of preponderance of evidence out there to confirm what we all believe we saw, which was him getting shot. And then when we take into account the climate that exists today, you've got people ready to inflict violence at the drop of a hat. There appears to be a drastically dissipated level of decorum, of respect for our fellow man and woman. All right? You see how kids today are acting towards adults. You and I both know that, bro. You understand? Some of the things kids try to get away with today, please, they wouldn't have even thought about it back in the day. They'd have got their ass kicked, and they know it. But we live in different times. And when everywhere you turn, you see the advent of violence proliferating and elevating before our very eyes. Unfortunately and sadly, it's not hard to deduce that there was an legitimate attempted assassination attempt on the former president of the United States. I believe it was. I understand those who want to be skeptical in a moment, and you say, looks fake, look this, look that. But once you collect your senses and you realize the times that we're living in and all the fallout from the incident itself, I think to intimate that it may not have been a legit shooting is immature. I'm not saying you're doing that, because all you're asking is a reverse angle. But I'm just saying it is what it is. Thank God he wasn't killed. Because if he were killed, the world would be a different place today. And America would be really, really different today. It would be very bad. It really, really would. Next video, what you got?
What's up? It's Casey from Snellville, and I got a quick question for you, Stephen A. Out of everybody on the males basketball team, who do you think is taking the last shot? Shot on the line, fate of the universe.
Curry.
Who is taking the last shot to save us all? Appreciate it.
Curry, for real.
On what team?
Team USA.
Team USA? The last shot. You know me. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to say it's Steph Curry.
Facts, for real.
Or Kevin Durant.
No.
Assuming he plays.
No.
I know LeBron
Losing me.
is Herculean and can make big things happen. I know Anthony Davis and Joel Embiid and all them brothers can get it done. Devin Booker, let's not rule him out. Tyrese Halliburton is no scrub. Jason Tatum is a champion. So is Drew Holiday. So is Derek White. But if I got to rely on a shot maker, I'm going to shoot one of the most prolific scorers in the history of basketball and the greatest shooter that God ever created, in Kevin Durant and Steph Curry, respectively. Those are going to be my choices. Next video, please.
What's going on, Stephen A? This is Marcus from Baton Rouge. Just calling to ask you about my Hawks, even though I am a Hawks fan in Baton Rouge.
Why does his eyes look so
Who do you think
weird?
has more pressure
I'm
on
bugging
him
Chad.
this upcoming season? Would it be Trae Young playing with the number 1 overall pick, or the guy that we just traded away, DeJounte Murray, who's right down the street in New Orleans, playing with Zion, CJ McCollum, and possibly Brandon Ingram all on the same team? Who do you think has more pressure on them?
That's the easiest question I've received all day. It's clearly Trae Young. First of all, ain't nobody thinking about DeJounte Murray. It's not that he's a scrub, because he's not. He can ball, okay? And we understand
Why
that.
you tried to
But
play
the
with
reality
him?
is, when you look at DeJounte Murray and you see that he's in New Orleans, you ain't thinking about nobody but Zion Williamson.
That's a fact.
The New Orleans Pelicans goes where Zion takes them. And the fact that he got hurt after having a monster game against LeBron James, the game he got hurt, goes a long way, because you're imagining and fantasizing, if we see that Zion Williamson, oh, look the hell out. New Orleans could be a big-time threat. Anybody thinking about the Atlanta Hawks? Nate McMillan should have never been fired. Respect Quinn Snyder, but I don't think he was the right man for that job.
Damn.
And Trae Young has proven to be a volume shooter. Not nearly as effective and efficient as we all thought he could be. He has moments of the spectacular. He can drop 50 on you in a heartbeat. He can shoot long range. He can get to the hole. He's cat quick. He's very, very skilled. He belongs in the NBA. But when he got to the conference finals, we thought this brother was on to something. When he got to the conference finals and only Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks derailed him, we thought special times were ahead from this brother who elevated in the spotlight. And then over the last couple of years, what have we seen? I mean, there's an APB out for them brothers in Atlanta. So there's clearly more pressure on him. There was talk of trading him. DeJounte Murray can ball, but he wasn't considered Trae Young caliber. And he's in New Orleans. It's all about Zion.
All right, we done with the
In
Zion
Atlanta,
plays.
it's all...
Let's see. What other vids he got? He had a fucking scene here where he said, yo, what's the tallest animal he could beat up? Damn. See, this
go
same shit.
on a trip to all about you. No interviews, no anything. Just me and you. What the hell am I talking about? You're about to find out. Special edition of the Stephen A. Smith Show. Just for you.
Pause.
Come on.
Let's get to the point.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the latest edition of the Stephen A. Smith Show, coming at you over the digital
My boy Grimy was good, gang.
airways of YouTube and, of course, iHeartRadio. As promised, this show is for you, okay? Not interviewing anybody. I'm just talking to you. Tweets, phone calls, videos, the list goes on and on, because one of the things I want to incorporate more into this show is making sure that I communicate more with you, because I know a lot of y'all out there got things to say, and you want to make sure that you're communicating with me directly. So who am I to disappoint you? I got to make sure that I'm available to you, that you know I'm somebody you can reach out and talk to, talk at, holler at, get at me, whatever the case may be. I'm here for you. I'm here for it. So this edition, we're going to start off with tweets. I'll get to the phone calls and the videos a little bit later, but we're going to start right off, get right into it with some of the tweets that I picked out that y'all wanted to throw at me. So let's get this party started right now, please. Let's go with this. At the Fox named Petty, right? Stephen A. Smith, what is the next project that you're working on that the masses will be able to hear about? Well,
The
it's
masses.
interesting that you bring that up. Certain things I can't tell, you know, because as the world knows, I'm in contract negotiations and all of that stuff, and I can't reveal everything, you know. But what I can tell you is something that I'm doing on the side. First things first, I had a production company. It was called Mr. SAS Productions. Well, you know something? I changed the name of it. The name of my production company right now, the name of my media company right now is
Some nigga called him out on some moose shit. What the fuck did he say?
Shooter.
Yeah.
The title of my
What niggas
best-selling
is
book from
jacking?
New York Times best-selling book. That title, Straight Shooter, is the name of my media company now, my production company, my podcast company. That's what I'm doing. So I want you to know that. That's number one. Number two, under its umbrella, I've created.
Yo, he's on brick mode where the hoes at goes crazy. Stephen A said that shit? Nah, Stephen A ain't say where the hoes at.
the
He
drama
ain't say where the
series.
hoes at.
It's
You
been
can't tell
picked
me
up.
that.
Can't tell you about who. I gotta wait till that announcement comes out. But it's been picked up, and it's a drama series. Okay, it's a drama, not a dramedy, a drama series. I can't tell you who, and I can't tell you with who's been picked up by, and who I'm partnering with
Oh,
on the
random
project.
nigga caught
But I'm the
Stephen
creator.
A and said that.
It's my creation.
Nah,
And
that's
I got
crazy.
some big time partners that's working with me on
Nigga
it.
said
And I'll be
he
able to
on
announce
brick
that in
mode
a
where
few
the
weeks
hoes
as well.
at.
So stay tuned. It's coming. And it'll
I know
be
that shit
amazing.
pissed
I
him
promise you
off.
that. I
Yeah,
promise
Stephen A
you
be
that.
tight when
Let's
shit
go to
like
the
that be
next one
happening.
right now, please. At Just Posa. Right, Stephen A. Smith? If you had 24 hours to live, what would your final meals be, and what would be the final fun thing / place you would do / visit? All right, let's leave this up. First of all, me personally,
I'm having some barbecue chicken, some macaroni. I need some cornbread, some juice. All right, let's see what else. And what fun thing would we do? I'll probably rob a store.
lasagna.
Cause we gonna die
Lasagna
anyways.
With my mama biscuits by Abigail.
Probably shoot somebody. Who
Abigail
knows?
makes these delicious biscuits. I'd want
Get
my
it out.
lasagna.
Get it
as
out my
well.
system.
Ground beef, not turkey. All right. Okay, so I'd want that. All right. But I also like my baked turkey wings.
Nah, dead
But I
ass.
don't like them too wet and
You
soggy.
gotta
I
throw, yeah,
like
you
them
gotta have that mac in
juicy,
there,
but
son.
somewhat dry, a little crunchy at the same time. Only my mama and my sister Carmen can make it perfectly, you know. But I like that. The combination of that with some stuffing, some candy yams, Obviously, I like my broccoli or my string beans too. That's what I like. But it's got to be the lasagna with my mama biscuits by Abigail. That's what it's got to be, my sister Abigail. So it's got to be that, right? That would be my meal. What would be the final fun thing or place I would do or visit? Well, the final fun thing that I would do, Honestly
Nah,
speaking,
Kenny M's is fire. They not all
I'd
after me though.
go-
I'd rather some cornbread.
on a trip to Africa with my daughters.
Why
I
Africa?
take them to see the motherland. I take them to see the homeland. That's what I would want to do. All right?
Is
That's
Stephen
what I
even
wanna be
African?
One of my biggest experiences, even though I ain't into all of that safari and stuff like that. I get scared that the truck gonna break down and stuff like that. I'll be stuck in the safari. I ain't trying to be somebody's meal. I ain't trying to have that, okay? But I would love to do that, right? And then when it talks about that's the place that I would go and the thing that I would like to do. So that's what comes to my mind. The other stuff, I can't repeat over FCC airwaves. That is none of your business. Now, let's go to the next one. Okay? At Stephen A. Smith. @_Chillington. Stephen A. Smith, hey Stephen A. We all know about the polarizing hot dog being a sandwich debate, but consider a different scenario. When you pour milk into cereal, would that milk now be considered a broth, a sauce, or a beverage?
It's definitely a broth.
How the hell would I know?
It gotta be a
I
broth.
really don't know. Where do y'all come up with some of these questions?
It's not a
It
broth.
ain't a beverage.
Yeah, because it's definitely not a beverage and it's definitely not a sauce. So it gotta be a broth.
Because I mean, you know, that's just something you're drinking, you know, with you know, just in and of itself, you know, the cereal in there. No, it wouldn't be a sauce either, but it could be because you know it changes depending on the cereal. When you put Fruit Loops in milk, it's a different flavor that comes with it compared to honeycombs or the sugar pops. You see what I'm saying? So
Sugar
it could be a
Pops?
sauce. I wouldn't say the broth. I would have to go with the sauce. I would go with the sauce. I mean, I don't really know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm just trying to answer your question. But if I had to guess between a beverage, a sauce, and a broth, I would say the sauce. Next tweet, what you got? Stephen A. Smith. Oh, this is @RFC0316. Stephen A. Smith, what made you a Pittsburgh Steelers fan?
Nigga said Sugar Pops. I'm like, what the fuck is Sugar Pops?
And a New York Yankee.
What the fuck is Sugar Pops?
The Immaculate Reception. Franco Harris going up against the Oakland Raiders. When Terry Bradshaw threw a pass over the middle, it ricocheted from a hit. You know, he got popped. The receiver got popped, got hit.
Yo,
It
Alex the
ricocheted
plug.
off of him, bounced into the hands of Franco Harris, who, before it hit the ground, picked it up and scampered down the left sideline.
Oh, he's talking about
for a
regular
touchdown.
Pops? Oh, yeah, he's laced. He
One
said
of the
Sugar
greatest
Pops?
plays in NFL history.
He's
Here's the reason
laced.
why it
Niggas do
mattered
not
to me.
call
I was
that
only
shit that.
5 years old. And it's the first football game I ever saw. And when I saw that, first highlight, when I saw that, I fell in love with the black and gold ever since, and I've been a Steelers fan ever since. That's the reason that happened. All right? One more to go. Elijah Goodman @SI7ENTO. Stephen A. Smith, should the Lakers move AD back to the 4 and try to trade for a solid 5? They
Yeah.
literally beat Jokic like that, and he has
Yeah, I haven't had
said
Pops in mad
multiple
long,
interviews
son.
that
That used to be
was
my
his
shit, though, I ain't
hardest
gonna lie.
struggle. Well, the Lakers have been
It used to
trying
really
to
be
do
my
that.
shit.
The
I had
problem
to
is
stop.
they can't find a legitimate
some
five
soggy-ass Pops,
that
it's
can do
over.
the things that they need to do so they could put Anthony Davis comfortably at the 4. So they're asking Anthony Davis to make that sacrifice. Now, the brother's big time. Anthony Davis is one of the greatest players in the world. The issue with him is his health. But when this brother's on the basketball court playing, Anthony Davis is one of the elite superstars in the game of basketball. He's good for 28 and 12 a night. He's that big time, okay? And so in a perfect world, if the Lakers had the right kind of size and Anthony Davis didn't have to preoccupy himself with defending against 5 straight up, and he could be a spy on the front line there to provide help defense and
Oh,
block
yeah, for
shots.
sure.
and what have you.
Kicks is
I think he's even more
disgusting.
formidable defensively, and we know offensively
Kicks is
there's but so much you can
disgusting.
do with the brother because, again, he is big time inside
Never
and
you-
out,
yo,
legit
I had him
6'11",
shits probably
got
once or
moves around the
twice,
basket,
maybe.
great footwork, high
It's just not
basketball
it.
IQ, elite defensive player. Anthony Davis is a bona fide star in the game of basketball. They could help him by by preventing big boys like Jokic from leaning on them and stuff like that. I think that would
What?
do big time help.
Yo, Alex,
Absolutely big time.
you gotta stop doing whatever you're
That's
doing,
it for
man.
the tweets.
I don't know if
Your
it's
calls
drugs,
are next,
alcohol,
because I like to hear
substance
what y'all have to
abuse.
say to me live.
You gotta
As
stop
well.
eating them
You
kicks,
calling
man.
me, I'm gonna answer. Nobody's hotter.
Nigga said, yeah, you
This is the
bugging.
Stephen A. Smith Show.
Yeah, she's wild.
I am Stephen A. Smith.
She just started
I don't
losing her
run.
mind in here.
In this day and age, probably because I can't.
Nigga said, nah, I'm serious.
That's a subject for another day.
What does kicks
Back
even
with your
taste
calls
like?
In a minute.
What does kicks really even taste like?
I want to to take a second to let everyone know that the NFL season is fast approaching.
Screw
Same
that.
entry. I make my picks. And, of course, iHeartRadio. This is a special edition of the
I
show.
want to hear about
because
my
I'm
gambling
still on
fucking
vacation.
habits.
But I made sure to talk to my peeps beforehand. I did tweets earlier.
Nigga said
I'm about to do
good.
phone calls now, because
Nah, but if you had to
it's
describe
about
it to like
It's
another
about me
something,
and you.
what would it
You
taste
wanted to
like?
communicate with me, even on my vacation.
Cardboard and powder. Yo, nah, no funny
Let's go
shit.
to the phone.
Because that's what it tastes like
Let's
to
go
me.
Trey
Cardboard
in
and fucking
Atlanta.
powder.
You're live with Stephen A. What's up, Trey? What's up? Alabama, my bad. I'm sorry, Trey. What's going on?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. Good to talk to you. What's up?
Good, yes, sir. So my question is, so I've been following you for a long time, man, and I just basically like
You can say
the
yes,
way
I
that
can
you
do
go about business as far as how you talk about the players and things of that nature. I'm 27 years old, and I want to get in the media space doing something. How would I go about, trying to get that to make it a career?
Well, first off, you got to figure out what the fuck you want to get in the media for. You can't say, I want to get in the media for something. Like, you clearly ain't got you clearly don't have nothing you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got, yeah, I kind of want to do this, but I don't really know how. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just jack, yo, I want to sell drugs, but I don't even know what the fuck I'm about to be selling for real. Like, maybe you shouldn't be selling drugs. Try something you actually got some information on.
Understand what you want to do, Trey, okay? You want to be in front of the camera. Then you know what? You got a lot of people that are starting podcasts and doing things of that nature. That's true. But you also got to pay attention to the nuances that come along with the business. Like, you have folks, they have podcasts and what have you. They get a camera, they get a microphone, they sit on a couch and, they talk a lot of shit. And we get all of that. But you know what? It's one thing to drop a curse word here and there. It's another thing to not put on display the full arsenal of your vocabulary, to learn how to articulate and elocute your thoughts properly that's suitable for linear television,
And that's my
digital
problem.
TV.
Honestly,
and
that's my problem, y'all. I keep cursing. I got a fucking cursing problem, bro. Sometimes I do it without even me noticing. And it's sad. It's fucking sad. Because it's like, I'm really trying to get to a point where I'm not doing it as much so that I could, just like, people get to see more of my vocabulary rather than just me cursing.
digital video and stuff like that. You got to know what advertisers and sponsors are looking for. You got to pay attention to those kind of
That
things.
shit tastes
as well.
like baby
You
cereal.
gotta also make sure that you have something to
Yo,
say.
honeycombs
A
used to
lot
be
of times
fire. That
people
shit
wanna
dirt.
talk,
Now I haven't had
but
honeycombs in
it's
a minute.
based off
I ain't
of
gonna
just
lie,
stuff
bro.
that they're hearing of
I
things
used to
of that
fuck with them
nature.
shits though, heavy.
You got to research. You got to read.
I fuck with
You got to
Fruit
know what's
Loops,
going on. You got to
fucking
have
Fruity
historical
Pebbles.
context. You got to know what
You got the
opposition
marshmallows and
may
them shits,
say.
though, like
You
the
gotta
marshmallows
take
on
into account
Variety.
all sides. So you're having a discussion with the viewer, with the listener.
Yeah, Weethans is
You're
definitely
talking
terrible.
Not just at them.
'Cause
you're
Weethans is
talking
just
to
like
them.
Kicks.
Like I'm talking to you right now, right? You see what I'm
Weethans
doing,
is
Trey?
just like
you
Kicks,
asked me
honestly.
a question. I'm giving you an answer. I'm not just talking. I'm answering your question because I listened to what you asked. That's how you have to treat every listener and every viewer. Talk to them in a way that they can understand what you're trying to say and make sure that the content that you disseminate is relatable to whatever it is that you believe or they've convinced you they'll want to hear. You feel me?
Facts.
Yes, sir, I do. I just want to appreciate it, man. I watch you every day on First Take and just wanted to say this is an honor to talk to you, man. So I appreciate everything you just said.
Thank you, my brother. Go at
He
it.
said the
Get
frosted
yours,
shit's
my
only
man.
got
Happy to
flavors
help
on
out
one
anytime.
side. Now
Appreciate
that's
the call.
crazy.
It takes a lot to run your own business. And with prices rising on everything from
Come on, man. We don't want to see another ad.
payroll.
Like develop this.
Spectrum Internet.
Come on, we skipping ads out here, man.
This game more like Richard Hires team. Question.
Yes, sir.
The fuck going on? It's me too.
So I'm probably the biggest Austin Reeves fans in the world, and I just want to get your point of.
Now my favorite cereal is like Fruit Loops with marshmallows. Honestly, right now, like I could even go for some Apple Jacks with marshmallows. Any other cereal, you just gotta have marshmallows in it.
Like, how do you see his potential? Like, you think JJ
I'm gonna get
Redick will help
diabetes
him like
eating that
develop
shit,
his
though.
game more like Richard Hires Thielen?
I think so. I think that Austin Reeves works hard. I think he works on his game. I think fatigue kicked in a little bit last year because he played around the summertime. as well. But I think that, you know, he's shown a lot of promise and he continues to upgrade. He certainly needs to improve defensively. That's really, really what it comes down to. He'd be surprised how much that would boost his confidence.
see?
Alex Caruso is somebody he can learn from. That toughness, that rigidity in terms of what he brings to the court defensively. It can create additional opportunities for you as well. And obviously, there's two things that I would tell you he needs to work on.
Yo, Alex, how's the
defense
mommy lifestyle, man? I meant to ask you too. I got to check in on that.
that I just brought up, and his jump shot. It's not to say that
I know
he
that shit
can't
get
hit
hard
long-range
sometimes,
jump
man.
shot. He can't hit threes.
You got to make
but
sure you
he
still got your
needs to
sanity.
get
I know it get
more
crazy.
and more proficient at it, because when LeBron James and Anthony Davis are your teammates, you're going to get opportunities to
Nah,
hit
Fruity
open
Pebbles,
shots.
Fruity Pebbles is fire.
And you got to make sure
I fuck
you
with Lucky
bury
Charms
that.
too, but Lucky Charms make me shit bad.
And when you combine that with being a bit more tenacious defensively, thereby creating additional opportunities for yourself and your team on the offensive side of the ball, because you've created stuff defensively by forcing turnovers and things of that nature, that makes you even more valuable to somebody like a JJ Redick. Now, JJ
Word?
Redick was never
That's
known
fire.
for being a great defender.
That's fire.
Ever.
Nah, she mad young though
But
too.
boy,
Oh,
was he
it's a
an
she,
elite
he?
shooter.
I'm
Make
not even
no
quite
mistake
sure.
about it. So if you're Austin
I know the
Reeves
baby mad young,
and you
though.
go in there and you show him that
Once
you're
they start,
committed
like,
to improving defensively,
really
and
being
you're
up most of the
committed to
day,
improving your jump shot, it's not just going
shit
to
get
be
annoying.
a breath of fresh air to JJ Redick. It's also going to be a breath of fresh air to LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And those are the two people you should want to please more than anybody. That's my answer to your question.
It's because, like, I watch most of the Lakers game whenever. Sometimes he'll just completely lose confidence and, like, not even want to take the ball
Can't
up.
do that.
And it's like,
Can't do that.
ball.
One thing I will say to you is here, you don't have a license to lose confidence when you're a Los Angeles Laker. Laker Nation, their attitude is, yo, we the Lakers. We ain't got time for that. We got championships.
He getting big every
to
day.
win.
Eyes of he?
Boston got one up on us now.
That's
They got their
fire.
18th championship now.
Yeah, the
We trailing.
marshmallows
We got
definitely say the
17.
Lucky Charms.
Damn
The
that.
Lucky Charms be dry as fuck
Fix
without
that.
them marshmallows.
You see what I'm
man.
saying? So you got to make
Dry as
sure
fuck.
that ain't you. That ain't your problem. Okay?
Happens to every shooter that goes there. They just lose confidence,
Yep.
get traded, get cut.
That's
and
right.
then their
We
career's
can't have
over.
that. I appreciate the call, man. Thank you so much. It pays to get paid on Cash
Yo,
App.
why is there a commercial out there? He got these fucking ads on and shit. Like, what's up with him, son? I want to see that shit.
Yo, what's up?
Talk to me, man.
Yeah, I'm just asking you if you played the college football 25 game yet.
I have not. I'm not really big into the video games, but that's going to change. Because I
Okay.
got nephews and nieces on me all the time, not to mention some NBA players who telling me I need to learn this stuff, and now you got the college
Nigga
football
said, nah,
stuff
you can't play
going
my
on.
favorite
I
cereal
do
like
need
that.
to learn
Oh,
it.
you like
I
Lucky
don't know, my
Charms?
brother. You're an
Yeah, bro,
expert
Lucky
at
Charms
that,
is
not
fire,
me.
bro.
But
It's just a
I'm gonna
laxative
I'm
for
going to
me.
learn it. I promise you that.
Okay. This game's a little hard. It's gonna take some time to get used to.
I got time. I got time. The key is learning, man. I'm not getting paid for it. So you crawl before you walk. You learn. You go through your growing pains. You know, that's all.
Yeah.
All right? But I'm trying. At least I'm not summarily dismissing it. You know what I'm saying? I could have said, what the hell you asking me about that for? I don't play no damn video games. But you're right. I'm wrong. I should play them more. And I will. Appreciate it,
touch
man.
that
Thank
phone.
you so much. Aaron in Chicago, you're live with Stephen A. What's up, Aaron? How are you? Aaron, are you there?
I'm good, Stephen.
How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Talk to me. What's going on, bro?
I was curious to see what you think the expectations for the Chicago Bears are going to be, not including playoffs and their division, considering all the additions that they've made during the offseason.
Well,
keep on
listen,
those
they've
Chicago
upgraded
Bears,
stuff
man.
offensively already. They've been good defensively, and I
We need
think
the good
Caleb
value.
Williams is
We
no
need
joke.
the
I
good
think they were
funny
like the 12th.
questions. Yo, Grammy, he had asked a question one time. Nigga say, yo, what's the biggest animal you could beat up, bro? That shit had me weak. Trying to see where that shit at. I wanted to make a clip out that shit. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'd dad go back and revisit that shit just to. Alex gifted me a sub. Alex, we love you out here, man. Alex, we love you, man. You already know the vibes. We always locked in, man. Applejack's better than Lucky Charms. Applejack's is fire, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Applejack's is fire. Better than Lucky Charms, though? I don't know. Lucky Charms is Lucky Charms and Apple Jacks, they got both a good place in my heart. Won't even lie to you.